Hello there, this is Ben from Triple Jump, and you're listening to Bullshittery of the Week, a Shodcast by Andy and Dan. Doo-doo-ba-ba-da-beep.
Hello and welcome everyone back to the Andy and Dan Shodcast BS of the week. Don't know, I'm censoring myself, we never usually do. We are... Andrew, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm currently dying, as you can probably hear.
I'm fine, is dying. Also, it's our first Shodcast on the new channel.
Yes.
On Bound by Pixels. So we thought we'd kick off a very special episode by inviting a little guest.
Oh, who's that at the door?
What was that noise? Who's that at the door?
I can't wait to see who it is. Hello, everybody. Sanak here, joined by the two lovely lads here.
So yeah, that is Sunsack.
Sunset,
Yeah.
Susan ARK.
So Sanak, tell us your name.
Pal.
Susan ARK.
I go by Susan now.
I am Susan.
It's like Noah's Ark, but Susan's Ark.
But hello, everybody. I am the Sanak. So.
Instead of just like a flood, it's just like it's just a lot of white liquid, and all you hear is "oh," and then the arc just spins.
Oh, what an intro. Yeah, so Sanak, like, introduce yourself. Who are you? Apart from my friend.
Well, I am Sanak. I'm a YouTuber, I guess. I do Let's Plays. I do more of a lot of the informative kind of stuff as well. I do streaming, kind of just gaming stuff in general.
He's currently, at time of recording, doing a Majora's Mask Let's Play.
Yes.
And it is tasty.
I know, I just watched your latest episode today, because while I was waiting, I was like, oh, it's only like 20 odd minutes, I'll just watch that while I'm waiting.
I didn't watch the latest one, I watched the previous one.
Oh,
I appreciate ye.
Because I like watching them in bulk, but then as I started the second one, you were like, oh, I'm ready now. I was like, okay.
That's how it is.
How dare me.
Yeah, it's really good, though. I really like the, it's very... information-packed.
Yeah.
Like all the little facts that come up in like the locations of the hearts and stuff. It's really cool.
I like the voices.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed.
You can thank my wife for that. She was like, "Hey," like, because I wanted to tack it on last minute. I was like, "Hey, what do you think?" She was like, "Wow, I like it." Then walked out.
In fact, she wasn't in the room at the time when I said it.
In fact, I'm in a rubber room right now.
You just held up your hand and did the mouth thing. It's like, hey, Shanak, I'm your wife. I think it's a really good idea. You're like, yes,
Speaking
maybe
of,
I will
hold
do.
on. I gotta redraw the face. Hold on.
Yeah, you do like a lot of... You do Pokemon, but you also do like a lot of like Zelda and other games. Basically a variety.
Yes.
Like streamer as well.
Yeah, I feel more like Nintendo mainly, but I'm not afraid to kind of like branch off to like other things.
He's like my
Take
channel.
a little risk.
It's very variety based, a bit of everything. It's not focused entirely on Pokemon or Zelda or Resident Evil.
Exactly.
Or Overwatch or Pokemon cards.
My neighbours are ready to write the fucking racket right now.
What next door?
Yeah. Just like slam it, and then they started like a wood chipper up earlier. And I was like, oh, right, perfect.
and he killing the sun. Getting rid of the body.
Oh, that was...
After the row.
Yeah, I got woken up. I went to bed at 6. Get waken up at
AngDrew.
9 in the morning. Get him out, Tony, get him out. He's being disrespectful, get him. And I was like, oh,
get him.
I was like, what are you doing?
Get the wood chipper, Tony.
And it went on for 3 hours. It died down, and then I'd fall back asleep, and then it'd start up again. Just out in my neighbours live on the internet.
Yeah, do it. You already said one of the names.
Well, they live at this address.
Yeah, just dox them. Oh, it's good job I can't hear it then, so I don't think the recording picks it up.
No, it's not. It doesn't pick it up because I've got my microphone set to only pick me up.
just set it to like have a gate that excludes knobheads next door.
So, let's get a bit of a thing started. What games are you playing at the moment? Outside of recording and stuff.
Ooh, that one is a good question. I am playing a bit of Pokemon Platinum on my own time.
What
I've been playing and then just kind of like, I don't know, I've been like in the Battle Frontier sort of aspect of Pokemon Platinum, so I've just been playing it a lot and just trying to get the symbols or whatever that they have. And then other than that, I think Tears of the Kingdom is another one.
Yeah.
For sure. And a little bit of Mario Kart. I've been obsessed with Mario Kart recently.
A bit of Mario Kart. I don't know where I was going.
As it's known.
Mario do be karting, what can I say?
Yeah, Lauren got into that recently because the all courses thing, because she used to play it a lot.
Yeah.
So she got all the DLC courses and she's been playing them.
It's so fun. It's been such a hot minute, but
yeah.
What about you, Daniel? As if we didn't know, but go on, tell the audience.
Well, I was gonna I firstly ask Sanak with Platinum, is it the off stream that you're doing the what you call it, the Frontier thing?
Yeah, that one's off screen, but I since I am doing the streaming too, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I've been in such a Gen 4 kick. I've just been kind of playing it off stream and on stream, so it's kind of.
If you haven't checked out James's Platinum streams, please do so because I broke it.
How dare you?
Yeah, Andrew ruined everything. Let's not do this.
I was like, oh yeah, it'd be really good if you could just get chat to go, oh.
I think it's because I'm not British. That's why it didn't work.
Yeah, it's really like xenophobic, like recorder. It's like only Britain's allowed. But it just crashes if you're not.
I tried to put on a top hat and a monocle, and I went, "Good day, sir," and then they kicked me out.
It's like, wait a minute, this moustache comes right off. Oh yeah. Did that stream end not long after that?
Yeah, he did a Pokemon quiz.
Because I'd left I think probably not long before that happened.
He did a Pokemon quiz when I found out that James just absolutely hates middle stage evolutions of Pokemon.
I know! I like literally want to throw my keyboard out every time I get to the middle stage and just can't think of them. And I'm like, oh yeah, when I see them, I'm like, oh duh. But then once it's like on the top of my head, I'm like, oh, here we go.
I thought you meant you like literally hated them, like every middle stage Pokemon, you just despise them.
Yeah, he does.
Not,
it's like don't listen to him. He's telling you a lie. He actually just hates them all.
That's true.
Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, get the fuck out of here! Throw that out of the window.
Every time I have to think of them, like the Final Fantasy boss music or battle music comes on, it
just kicks in. But yes, me. I don't know. I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom mainly, or just that.
Yeah. You started 16, but then like Daniel doesn't play multiple games at a time, so he wants to focus entirely on Tears of the Kingdom. So
yeah, I mean, if my attention's too divided, I feel like I don't enjoy both things enough. Like, because I was playing 16 and I was sort of enjoying it, but I was not hooked in. I was just sort of playing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not really. Because I'm thinking of like Tears of the Kingdom at the same time, and I'm just like, okay, I need to focus on one.
That's why I've taken.
So because started Tears of the Kingdom first, I've just been hammering that.
So I kind of took a break from Tears of the Kingdom because I've obviously been exploring and everything, doing all that, and then I've done like a few of the story missions, but I was like, okay, I want to play 16 because I'm starting to see people post spoilers everywhere, no matter how much you avoid it.
Oh my, yes.
So I'm like, right. I've been playing that.
I still need to get 16. That one looks really, really good.
It is a lot of fun.
It is really good.
But I'm not going to say anything, so.
But Andrew hates it, really. He's been diplomatic.
No, I really enjoy it. I just wish the combat had a
fun,
little bit more.
hate it. Yeah.
It's better than 15.
Yeah, that was all over the place.
Yeah, like the combat was all over the place. 50. The combat is very, very good in this, but I feel like he just needs a few more abilities on each of his, like icons and stuff.
Powers, yeah.
And then, like, with, like, his sword abilities and stuff that you get at the start of the game, they're all fire-based, even if you switch between the icons. So if you switch to Garuda, it's still a fire sword. I'm like, oh, well, why couldn't I have a wind sword ability sort of thing?
Because he's the icon of the theme.
Well, he's not, Daniel.
But he's the whatever, the bearer of it. See, I forgot it all already. It's not playing.
Phoenix was like, yes, have some of my power. But it didn't...
Hey, just sprinkle a bit of salt on you.
Yeah, it just didn't choose him as the main thing, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, like, same with, like, 15, like, they tied the combat to, it makes, like, in-story, in-world sense.
Yeah.
But it also, sort of, like, limits certain things it could do. But it's fun, I enjoy it.
Yes.
Let's go back to it.
Eventually, I'll stream 15.
Ooh,
yes.
that's going to be a treat.
I feel like it'd be good to watch you stream 15 once, because obviously you can get, like, the complete with all the DLC and stuff.
Yeah, I've already got it.
So it'd be interesting to see like that in full.
I got it.
That's the main downside to 15 was the split off all these extra story things that should have been in the game into their own DLC.
Yeah.
It was like,
When it was on PSN, I got it.
Nice. Yeah, 'cause you can get it pretty cheap now.
Boy.
The complete one, can't you?
Yeah. I'm just like, okay, let's just do that then.
We'll play that. And then we've just been recording Dynamite Heady.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
That's what Andrew's been playing.
Love
That's
it.
another treat too, man. That's a fun time indeed.
I spoke to my brother about it as well. I was like, do you remember Dynamite Heady being that hard? And he was like, no. And then he played it recently and it's just like, I can't do it. It's just that
Just
hard.
give you no, like, life ups or anything.
No.
No health, no life ups.
And then you end up like
Weird.
fighting like 7 bosses in one level and you're like, oh, I can't be arsed. Why did I like this as a child?
I know, yeah, it sort of ruined it replaying it for Andy.
Yeah, it's all we had.
I had to literally put on invincibility, infinite lives, and all these cheats to not die, and I still died. So,
Yeah, there was still ways it found to killing you, and he was like, well, how?
like, I landed on a spike, and then the spike would do nothing one time, but then the next time it would just like instantly kill me. I was like, well, why?
It's to kill you. Yeah, it's just like, okay, even when I try and cheat my way through this, it's still giving me a hard time. Oh, I think is it episode 4? I think it's episode 4.
Yeah.
The one where I there's like a montage at the beginning of Andrew trying to do this level without cheats, and it's just like just him dying constantly.
You hear the absolute rage.
Oh, I can't.
He gets very angry. Did say Andrew, what are you playing?
Yeah. 16.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've taken a break from Tears of the Kingdom, like I said. I'm also playing, obviously, Dragon Quest 8 for my channel, my series. Go watch it.
Yes, go watch it now.
Yeah,
and
do it now.
I have been playing Dragon Quest 4 as well on the side.
Oh, a little bit on the side.
Because I haven't ever finished 4, 5, and 6. So I was like, okay, why not?
Yeah.
I've been really enjoying
fine,
it. It's really good. I've got to the last chapter where all the characters start coming together now. So I've got the 2 sisters and the merchant.
Yeah, Toriko.
Yeah, Toriko and Mina and Maya, they've joined me. And
Nice.
I've seen Sarah running around like a little boffin. But
Nerd.
yeah, he hasn't told me his name yet, but like, I know who you are.
I know where you live.
So, it's been really good.
I was going to say to Sanak, Dragon Quest 4's gimmick is where, like, it's called Chapters of the Chosen because, like, you play each character's chapter individually,
Okay.
and then sort of, they have, like, a short chapter each, like a few hours gameplay each, and then, like, it all links to, like, this one story towards the end where you'll sort of gather the party members together into the, like, main story.
Oh, okay.
So
That
it's
kind of
like-
that kind of makes sense because recently I had gotten a like a flash card or something for DS, and then I ended up getting the Dragon Quest games, the 4 through 6 and everything too, and I tested them
Nice.
out just to see how they worked. I played a little bit of 4, but it now it makes sense, like, because I think I got a little bit through the intro, and then I forgot who you start off as in the beginning, but then it just goes to like some random commander.
You start off as the hero, and then within... Yeah, like within like 10 minutes, it's like, oh yeah, like let's switch characters. and you're like, what?
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
So then you
That
end
makes
up
a lot
going
of
through like his chapter, then you go through someone else's, and then someone else's, and then so you just keep going, and then once you hit chapter 5, it becomes you go back to playing as the hero again. It continues off from where it started,
Okay.
and then all the other characters join you as you go. It's like, aha.
It's an interesting way to do it, because I guess at the time of 4, like before obviously on the DS and stuff, it was like RPGs in general would be like you just recruit that character at the time, and you sort of wouldn't know their sort of backstory before then. You just sort of get them and then carry on with them, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it sort of like shows you like, here's what he was doing up until this point, and you get to like test playing them out and stuff.
That's cool. I appreciate that now. Like now that like I see how that's gonna be.
Yeah. It's one of those things now you think, well, that doesn't sound that groundbreaking, but obviously at the time it was like quite a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I feel like I know that like that was a little bit of an older game now, but I feel like nowadays companies and stuff have been kind of working a little bit more towards making more compelling and fun RPGs now. I feel like that's what's just been coming out these past recent years, and like 2, or at least like this year 2.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
I still need to start Xenoblade Chronicles 3 as well. Just reminded myself.
I need to start 2, so
Oh, they're all great.
the 2 big games, I'm just like, I'll need to play them, but when I have,
I know. I'm like,
the
that's
time
why
to
I'm like,
dedicate to it.
Yeah.
I've got to find a time where like nothing comes out, and I can just play
Yeah.
that. So
Which is never.
exactly, because there's always something.
Yeah, because they're great games, but holy crap, they take forever, especially if you want to do everything.
Yeah, especially 2.
I mean, I don't know how many hours I sunk into 1. It was like past 150, I think.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
2 is gonna be, I think, a little more. I'm not even kidding. Like Xenoblade 1 was kind of long, but then 2 I felt like was very long.
Yes,
It's because because I always have to do all the side quests.
I know.
Oh,
Xenoblade 1 is just like, here's 20 side quests. Oh, I've done them. Oh, here's 50 side quests. It's like, oh my god. Okay.
yeah.
you just keep coming.
2's a little different with it, like how it gives you side quests and stuff. It's not like 1, but like there is a shit ton, and like they unlock at different points. So if you go back to like a town earlier in the game, once you've done certain things, like all these side quests start unlocking. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and I feel that 2's combat, since it's being a little bit slower too, it's kind of it takes a little bit longer because of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very slow.
Yeah.
Very slow.
Yeah, it was really, really slow. And it sucks because I've never finished 1. I've seen what happens, and I've done most of everything in 1. But for some reason, Xenoblade 2 came out like early on into the Switch's life.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like the first one I finished, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
If I did like to do the battles quickly, you just keep having to like press forward with
Yeah.
Rex just to keep pressing forward to just keep getting into attack. It's just like, okay,
and then
right.
you just unlock all the art. Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but I didn't mind it too much when I first played it.
I got used to it eventually and stuff, but there was just like elements of the story that I just didn't care for and stuff. But like some of the characters were just like phenomenal.
Yeah, the characters are phenomenal. I think, like, for me, that's what I really appreciate about Xenoblade 3.
Yeah.
Is that it feels like a huge return to form sort of a deal.
Oh, that's good. Then.
Yeah, because 2 was silly feeling, but it was still good. I liked it, and it was okay. But if you really enjoyed Xenoblade 1, then Xenoblade 3 is going to be really up your alley. It's a great game.
Yeah, 1's my favorite.
I'd say
so far, so.
the first Xenoblade is like one of my favorite modern RPGs. I mean, it's not that modern because it was on the Wii originally, but
Yeah.
the most recent ones I played was it's up there.
Honestly, yeah. I think like 3 was such a treat, and like I'm still not even finished with it. And then they have like a whole DLC and everything too for it, and then it's just like, oh, like I'm like nearish the end, but I stopped playing it for a while, and then. But it's a great game. I think y'all will really enjoy it. Like for me, I think it's like one of the better, like I think one of the best pieces of media, and I think like maybe another one of the top 10 games for me.
Oh,
nice. Was the DLC for 2 any good? Because I know like you're meant to play like the game and then the DLC because it's.
I I would say yes. It's good, and it's like its own standalone thing too.
Yeah, you can
kinda...
I need to get that because I feel like I'd probably enjoy that more than 2 overall. But
yeah,
it's like
the combat's different.
It's like £1 million now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get a physical anymore. It's ridiculous.
It's insane. It's insane. I'm glad that I ended up finding it physical the first time it came around, and like I thought it was like a new game. I don't know why I thought it was weird that like the game itself got a new DLC on its own. Yeah. But it makes sense. The game is pretty cool. It kind of like enhances the story experience, at least for 2 and stuff. But the combat's also very different. They say that it's funny because you go through 2 first and everything like that, but then you go to like the DLC and like the combat just feels so much better in the DLC.
Oh.
Yeah, they've just immediately like,
yeah,
let's scrap that. Yeah, the thing that really sold me on the first set of play was just the world, like the world building and like how they designed it all was just like phenomenal.
2's very similar in that, like the world building of it is phenomenal. That's one of my favorite things about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how they did it. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's very rare to like play like sort of like an RPG something where like the world feels like it's got height because obviously it's sort of going up.
Yeah.
But it's like a landscape, so it's just the way they did it was so cool.
It's like,
Yeah, I really love how they did it. It was massive feeling, and it's kind of still crazy that it's like one of those games that was on the Wii.
Yeah.
So
it's funny when you see like whole like screenshots of like the faces on the Wii one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't with their faces anymore, man.
Yeah, then I've been playing anything else, or was that it?
No, that's it.
What's everyone been doing? Do we want to get into like a feature?
Yeah, let's get into a feature.
Ooh.
Pick one, Daniel.
Do you want to do... well, I've got bullshit news.
Okay.
If you want to dive into that.
Alright, let's do bullshit news.
Okay.
Hooray.
Hang on a minute. Hang on.
Jingle.
Can you all give me like 2 seconds? I need to go get a rag for Luis real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Roll a jingle.
Bullshit news!
Do you want me to dive into it then?
Yes.
Head first.
Alright then. Snark, are you aware of the feature bullshit news?
Yes.
It's self-explanatory. It's basically a ridiculous news story that I've just found on the internet somewhere.
Nice.
So, with the first one, we've got bear escapes from crate on a plane. So this isn't a movie. This isn't actually a movie, but it sounds like a really crap sequel to Snakes on a Plane.
Bears on a plane.
Yeah, but not even bears. It's just a bear. So it says Iraq's Prime Minister has ordered an investigation into how the bear escaped its crate in a cargo holding plane at Dubai International Airport. And they're going into a row. Who's responsible for it? I mean, why? I mean, obviously, I hope it could go to a zoo and not just like, oh yeah, I ordered a bear off Amazon and I'm just sounding shit too.
That's basically what they do in Congleton, from what I understand. So.
Yeah, the story of the bears.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much it. That's
That
the
is
story. And I'm just being like, trying to figure out who's to blame. I was like,
I don't know, probably all of him.
I don't know.
Yeah, for shipping a bear in a crate or whatever.
It's Jeff Bezos. Okay, bye.
Yeah. So send a bill to him. He can afford it. He's made of bears. But yeah, that's that story. I was like, I saw the headline. I was like, oh, it's a great headline. And as I sort of noted it and read more, it's just like a really boring story because nothing actually happens. I was like, hoping it was going to go on like a rampage, but no.
I actually have one, but it's all it is a title.
All right, do you want to add to it, Andrew? Add to the feature?
Yeah, for once.
Go on, and we can riff on it.
It's just something that I saw pop up and I just thought it was hilarious for just for no reason. It's like, groundbreaking performance. Taylor Swift fans triggered 2.3 magnitude earthquake during live concert.
Yo, you Swifties be wild.
That is a good one. just the earth just cracks open. Magma coming out.
They took "shake it off" too literally.
Oh man. And I was like, you don't really say anything else for this. It's enough said.
There's probably like all these bullshit news that we kept seeing over the years since the last one, and then we just haven't.
I know, yeah, because so much time passes between us doing a bloody podcast that you just like we see so much stuff and don't make a note of it. Okay, so I've got the next one.
Go on.
Mum names her child Alpha Male Armstrong because it was the manliest name she could think of.
God.
And she spelt male with M-A-E-L, so don't worry, it's not silly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry, it's fine.
Oh, good for her.
And it starts with her mother is getting absolutely roasted online for giving her son a bizarre and masculine name.
Dan,
She wrote,
you've
my oldest son.
got your work cut out for you then if you have a boy.
Oh no, yeah, I'm gonna have to call it Alpha Beta Male, whatever the next one is. My oldest son is named Alpha Male, means Prince or Chief Armstrong. Well, means Prince or Chief wasn't their middle name. Just the whole thing was his name. And my mom absolutely hates it. Oh yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder.
It's like she firmly believes that the name is no laughing matter. Not silly at all, though. Different, but not silly. Conveys a lot, she said.
Conveys a lot.
Jeez,
And
man.
then it's just literally like a list of all the comments people said online how stupid she is about how a kid's going to be bullied.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, hopefully he mans up, I guess.
Yeah. He's probably going to resent in anything vaguely masculine now.
Yeah.
And then it randomly goes into like a story of like, speaking of, a recent study found that men are less likely to go vegetarian. It's like, what? Okay. It's like, where's this going? It's like, fair enough. I assume that's to do with like toxic masculinity or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, okay. It just the fact it like proper does a turn mid like story about her, and it's like, speaking of, men don't want to be vegetarians. Is that right? Because they had nothing else to say on that first story, so they just went into like another one halfway through. It's funny.
I love when they throw those 180s.
Yeah. And then the last story, it's a nice wholesome one to end on. 2 giant rubber ducks debut in Hong Kong in bid to drive double happiness.
What?
What? So a pair of rubber ducks made a splash in Hong Kong's Victoria Harbour on Friday, part of an art installation dubbed Double Ducks. Wow. Very inventive of them to call it.
Groundbreaking.
by Dutch artist Florentine Hoffman, who says he hopes the ducks will bring happiness to the city. Okay. Did he get permission, or did he just like turn up one day with these ducks?
We probably just put them there and they're like, what a triumph.
It was like, wow, now that's art. The inflatable yellow ducks, 18 meters high.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Will sail on the harbour for 2 weeks and come a decade after Hoffman's rubber duck sculpture in somewhere else in Asia, 2013. So it's his thing, apparently. And then he said, and he's commented on it, they represent twice the fun, double the happiness. So his next crowning achievement after his first duck was to just do 2 of them. I've done it again. I'm a genius.
Duck 2, the electric boogaloo.
Yeah. So what's next? Oh, maybe I'll do a 3rd one.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he wouldn't go that far.
My goodness, what a revolutionary artist.
And then I think that's pretty much it. Just going on about his crappy art. And then so Anna, a 40-year-old woman who was walking the promenade, said she enjoyed seeing the ducks. And it just ends. So what a story. But I thought the imagery was quite nice, so that's the end of bullshit news.
Bullshit news, huh?
I thought we could have a little chat about games we're looking forward to.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Looking ahead. Well, because we sort of had not E3 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Rip.
let's let the guest go first.
Yes.
Oh man. So some games that I've been looking forward to. Pikmin 4 was one of them.
Oh yeah.
I haven't picked it up. It's already out now at this point, but
I haven't Pikmin'd it up.
Oh.
Oh my god. Because they had recently put out the first 2 Pikmin on the Switch, and I ended up picking those up. I had Pikmin 3 Deluxe for a while, and like it's weird because I really love Pikmin, but I haven't finished any of the games yet.
Oh,
or really anything. I've played through a little bit of them and stuff, but I've never fully finished them, and it makes me sad because it's weird. I really love Pikmin.
This is like when you're on stream and you say bigging up Tears of the Kingdom, and then you spend the whole stream going, I haven't done any of this yet. I haven't done this. I don't like this.
Exactly. It's just like, oh, like when I look back at it, like it's just a lot of stuff that you start playing it and it's just I'm done, and then it's like, oh my god. But that's one of them. I think Starfield is another one that I'm looking forward to.
Oh yeah.
Starfield,
I don't even know if I find the time to play that, to be honest.
Honestly, same. And then Mortal Kombat 1 is another one.
Yes.
I'm also excited to see what Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty is about, because
apparently DLC. Yeah.
Because they say that one's going to be really, really good.
Did you play the main game?
I have played the main game. Yes.
Yeah.
It was
Did
actually
you enjoy it?
It was a lot of fun, because I know like a lot of people were like, oh, it's a buggy mess, and it was, like, don't get me wrong, I had a couple crashes, had a bunch of stuff happen, but overall I think it ended up working, because I played it a little bit in the beginning on the PlayStation 4, and what a mistake that was. And then it ended up going for sale on the Steam, and then I ended up getting it, and it's been some time since it passed, and they had a whole bunch of like updates and everything that like fixed it up. And I think it looks great and plays really well now.
Nice.
What's another one? I think another one is... I'm also kind of excited to see about Super Mario Wonder on the Switch. That one's gonna... And then the Super Mario RPG, because I haven't finished... Or I haven't... Like, I played a little bit of Mario RPG, but I haven't played, like, fully finished the original, so I'm kind of excited to see... Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
And it gets me excited because I hope that just because of that, they start delving back into the other Mario RPGs and like maybe slowly remastering them, something like that. Because those are some of my favorite RPGs.
Just give me a 1000 Year Door on Switch. I'll be fine.
Yes, please. Honestly. There's some stuff that they're sitting on. I don't understand why they don't.
Oh, they always sit on everything.
I know.
And it's
sat on so much free money they could make.
They could get like
right. Like, how dare they?
All the Pokemon games on there really easily.
Exactly.
And they've already got them there, but we've got as time of recording, we've got a direct tomorrow, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I want you to know I forgot about that. So learning this news again, I'm excited.
Yes. Should I? I'm sort of like, I wouldn't mind even if it was like a game, like a sort of, you had your free games on the Nintendo Switch Online that you maybe pay like a subscription for, but you could also like buy one-off games to download.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like, even if they like released the Pokemon games as like you have to pay a few quid for them sort of thing, I won't even mind that, because then it's just give them us.
Exactly.
Give us access to them.
For real.
I'm assuming it's only a matter of time just because they've added like Game Boy Advance and stuff on there now, so.
Yeah.
But who knows, because it's Nintendo and they're baffling sometimes.
Yes.
Yes. What am I looking forward to? A lot of stuff you said. I've never played a Pikmin game, but I sort of wanted to get one or two to sort of try them out.
Yeah.
giving them a go. Because I'm like, I've never like had Nintendo consoles, like home consoles, so like I missed out on a lot of like the main 3D Mario games, which I then got to play with also when All Stars came out.
Yeah, that's
And,
my
like,
thing as well.
The Zelda games, so like I've been slowly like discovering them all like later on all the re-releases they've been doing and stuff.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Honestly, I recommend 1 and 2. I think 2 will be a lot better. But they're good. I highly recommend.
Yeah. What was Super Mario RPG? I never played. I've always wanted to play, so that'd be good. Just play it out. I'm trying to think what else to say. Oh, I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 2 again.
Yeah.
I haven't
That'd be
played the
nice.
first one. I'm terrible.
All I'm hearing is that James just doesn't finish games, to be honest.
I know, and like I look at my backlog. I want to like throw everything out.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, understand now. He's got a baby, I guess.
Now,
but...
now it's fine. But before that,
disgusting behaviour.
Let me tell you, having Levi kind of helps out. Sorry.
Or just like holding him and just like I can just game for a bit.
Yeah, he honestly, if he falls asleep in my arms and I got like a free like 40 minutes to like just pick up on something I left off on.
Nice, that's a good idea.
Nice.
I was trying to think like what's coming out.
There's a lot coming out.
I know, but my mind's gone blank. I just remembered Spider-Man 2 and then
Sea of Stars.
Sea of Stars, yeah. Oh god. Also, Final Fantasy VII Reunion.
Yes.
Next year, isn't it around my birthday? Isn't it like January?
Well, they said it's coming out early next year.
Early, oh yeah.
But it might actually be then because they usually end up releasing them around like I don't know because Final Fantasy VII Remake came out in April.
Okay.
So it's possible they might aim for that.
Sort of,
but they said Q1. Whereas April would be Q2, so...
I don't know what Q's mean, Andrew. It's disgusting. I'm trying to think what else. There was loads of games shown, and I was like, I want to get that, Now I'm just like, I can't think of any.
Yeah, I've got... Sea of Stars. My list is like, there's like, at least like 1 or 2 games coming out a month now, and I'm just like, oh, got no money.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I did download some games the other day. I downloaded Sable and what was the one I got? Oh yeah, I got Tales of Arise as well.
Oh, nice.
Because they're all on major discounts. So I was like,
I've been
so they're in the
to get
pile.
that one too.
What, Tales of Arise?
Yeah, I've been seeing it on. I like because I remember you telling me about it, Drew, and telling me that like how good it actually was and everything too, and like I was like I see gameplay of it. It just looks fun.
It is a lot of fun.
On sale. And it's just like, I still haven't picked it up.
Oh yeah, that new Star Wars game we're doing.
The Outlaws.
What's it called? Outlaws, yeah. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. And possibly Starfield if we can ever get around to playing it. When it's just too big, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like
all the games I like are like huge open world.
I know.
Sorry,
yeah. I agree. It's like I love them, but stop it for a second, please.
Stop going bigger and
rein it in. Come on,
the quality instead of the quantity.
Yeah, just rein it in a bit, lads. Come on.
I know 1,000 planets. Like I can't be arsed. As impressive as it is, it's like when you did friggin' No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
it's just like millions, and it's like
I've got time to explore.
It makes you not want to play it just because it's so overwhelming.
I know.
Like, I don't know where to start.
I was really, like, when I played No Man's Sky for the brief time I played it, I was like really excited for it, and then like as I learned more, it was just like, oh, okay. And now they've added all the things that I wanted them to have at launch, and I was like, right,
that they promised.
I was like, well, I'm not getting back into it now.
Yeah, they did. They were another like Cyberpunk where they really like botched up the launch.
Yeah, that was because Sony kept pushing them to get it out.
Yeah, and you're just like, well, it'll come eventually.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, well done.
And there's another game I saw that I want to get that's coming out. It's like a space shooter. And I can't remember what it's called. Everspace or something?
Oh, yeah.
And it's sort of like an arcadey sort of space shoot where you customize your ship. And because every time there's a game that's got like a space combat thing in it or something, like I played like a Skywalker Saga, and the space battles in that I was like had so much fun with. I'm just like, I want a game just about this, so I want to get that. It's like out of my usual game comfort zone, but I want to give it a go.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it, really. Andrew, what about you?
Well,
Yeah.
gather round my children and I'll tell you a tale.
Go on.
So yeah, we've got obviously Sea of Stars at the end of this month. Mortal Kombat 1 next month. Then there's that Dragon Quest Monsters.
Oh yeah.
Dragon Quest. What was it? The other one. You know the one I mean, Daniel.
Infinity Strash or whatever.
Yeah, Infinity Strash.
What the hell does Strash mean?
I don't know.
We just make up words. I swear.
Star Ocean. Second story that's coming out, and that's my favorite in the series. So I need to play this one. Obviously the Final Fantasy Rebirth or whatever it's called, Rebirth Reunion or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
and then there was what was the other one that I was just thinking of? Super Mario RPG as well, and Spider-Man. So and Assassin's Creed Mirage. So.
Oh yeah, and also all of us are, I assume, getting the Pokemon DLC as well.
Yeah, and the DLC, which is coming out at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna say like tomorrow, like when the direct's on, they might be like, "Oh well, we've pushed back the teal mask,
the second one,
and then whichever way it's ran, the mask one's first, and then the second one is gonna be like further back." Because they said it's going to one of them's going to come out in autumn, one of them's going to come out in winter of 2023. So it's just like
I always thought that seemed too close together.
It's just like Sword and Shield came out like 6 months apart. So. But it depends if they've managed to get them all done and everything. You never know.
Yeah.
And then
it kind of reminded. Hold on.
Even then, like in Scarlet and Violet, there's still that massive chunk of map missing in the top corner, and these two DLCs have nothing to do with that.
Well, I think they do in a sense that around that area is the sort of Japanese style bamboo grove, and it ties into the teal mask theme.
Well, it said that the teal mask is on an island somewhere.
Well, maybe, yeah, but maybe it's like they had like a dock or something there, and you go from there.
Maybe.
And that chunk of land might even have anything on it. It might just be like a placeholder for stuff that's going around the ocean there.
Yeah, I think it's just going to end up being like, just a cliff.
Yeah. And I watch, you don't do anything with it, even though they've like completely fenced it off from the map.
I know, it's just like, okay, well, yeah, knowing them, they won't do anything with it.
Yeah. It's just thematically wise with the teal mask and the sort of Japanese sort of festival vibe. With that area of the map is very like, there's like a bamboo garden and stuff, and it's like, well, it would fit if there was some link between that and that area that's blocked off. So who knows? We'll see. But yeah, is everyone looking forward to that?
Yeah, I am.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I mean, I like Scarlet and Violet, and I think it's really fun. But it's just kind of like once it's been played, I've kind of just not picked it up too much. But with the DLC, I'm kind of hoping that it brings back like more like, oh, like I'm gonna keep playing it again, because I really enjoy the battles and like the whole Terra system and everything too. And I'm just kind of curious to see what like new Pokemon and stuff like that they're gonna be bringing.
I feel like the thing that I've noticed, like, obviously everyone was so into Sword and Shield for, like, who was, like, a competitive player. Because I think it also timed with, like, the lockdown and stuff, so obviously a lot of people were more playing it anyway.
Yeah.
And a lot of people got into competitive that way. But obviously, Scarlet Violet doesn't seem to have as big as a competitive sort of side to it, or, like, the player base, that side of things.
Yeah, it's more like the people like who've already been kind of doing all the competitions and stuff that like are just like, okay, it's a new game. This is what everyone's playing now, sort of a deal.
Because obviously I'm not really into competitive, so like as a game on its own, it's like one of my, it's weird because it's like one of my favorite Pokemon games, but also like it annoyed me a lot at the same time with the stuff it did.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because they always seem to try so hard to push up one single thing, and then a lot of other things seem to lack, and I'm just like, But that's also part of the fact that I'm like an older player and miss all the old stuff. So even just something like when you go into a town and can't go inside the houses, and I was just like, I want to explore.
I know, yeah, like, why can't we go inside the houses? It's just like you said at the time, it feels very much like an MMO, but not an MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just go up to it, it's like a
Which
menu.
I get, because it is obviously like you can play on like when we played online and stuff, it's like it's made for that sort of thing to work the most efficiently.
Yeah, it's just like...
Like I get everything, it's just also it goes against sort of the Pokemon games I'm used to, and I feel that's where a lot of people start bitching about the new ones.
I think there was a lot of cool things that they did with it and stuff, and then you get... I just feel like they could have obviously done different things with it to make it better.
I feel like they did. I feel like it was so much better than Sword and Shield to me.
Yeah, it was really so much better than Sword and Shield.
100%. Yeah,
it's like a single player game. Sword and Shield really just fucked me off, to be honest.
It was just like you go to the wild area and it was just so open and there was just nothing to it. And then Scarlet and Violet feels lived in, like the region of Paldea actually feels lived in, and like areas of Sword and Shield do too. But it's like the towns and everything. It's like nothing to do with the wild area.
Any excuse to like go back to those amazingly designed towns that you did in Sword and Shield.
Yeah,
like, well, there's no side quests or anything. There's nothing to do.
And you like go to that fairy town, and it's like, oh wow, this looks amazing, and you go there, you get the badge, and then you leave, and it's like, oh okay.
It just felt like lonely for some reason.
It did.
It was so weird.
And then they added the DLC and stuff, which helped. But like even then, it was just like, okay, well you've already ruined it. So
yeah,
it was a weird like middle ground between the sort of handheld games with the routes and stuff between towns, and then we've also got a big open area, and it's like we didn't know which one to do, like trying to transition, but it was really awkward. So I feel that's why it really affected the game.
Yeah,
it was just like didn't know which one it was trying to be really.
Yeah, and then like seeing Scarlet and Violet and how open the game is there, and then like going back to Sword and Shield, it just felt like one just big room that you're just looking in, and it's like you can traverse it very easily and very quickly. It kind of just throws me off. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's definitely the awkward middle stage between what they wanted to do with like an open.
Yeah, like I feel like Scarlet and Violet should have been what Sword and Shield were.
Yeah,
or like something like that. So
one of those things.
I feel like I messed up that saying, but
one of those combination of words. I was going to say like because it's the map in Scarlet and Violet, because obviously it's like it can be quite big and empty in some areas, but like I feel like just how you traverse it feels more interesting. Like you'll find like a cave and you'll go up like a cliff and you'll find like this town, and just that the landscape just feels like a really good world to explore.
Yeah,
and I was like. I was playing it long after I'd like done everything and finished the decks and stuff, just because I was like, ARK and shiny hunting. It made shiny hunting more interesting.
Yeah,
except that he didn't have the jingle from.
I know. I was like, why didn't you take that out of everything?
It's always like 2 steps forward, like 3 steps back, sort of a deal.
Yeah,
and it's just like
they always love taking away features that are like good quality of life things in games, and then they're like, oh, well, we won't need that for that. So, and everyone complains.
I think there's like one thing that really sort of I really liked but didn't like about Scarlet and Violet was like there was a lot of new Pokemon. It was like, oh my god, there's over 100 new Pokemon for the first time in a really long time, but most of them didn't fucking evolve.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
There's just a lot of standalone Pokemon, and then I'll tell you what. The one thing that really bothered me is the names of the bloody paradox forms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's just like, well, why can't it just be called Donphan Iron Treads form? Sort of thing.
Also, I feel like because like with Ultra Beasts, they had their code names because obviously they had just been discovered, but they also had actual names.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, why can't the Paradox ones also have an actual name as well as their, like, you know?
It's Iron Treads, but it's like Don Fanbot.
Yeah.
I really feel bad for the people who got Violet, because they got just Iron this, Iron that, Iron this.
I did, thanks
Scarlet. You're welcome. And then Scarlet at least got like real names, I guess.
I like
some sort
obviously
of way.
like the majority of the Scarlet ones are a lot better. So there was a couple of the Iron ones that I did really like. I did really like Iron Treads, and I was so tempted to use it. When I got mine and stuff, and I just love the animation of it following you around.
That was really
and I really like the Delibird one, but then it's just like, well, I can't get that until the end of the game. I've already got my team sorted, so I'm not going to start farting around with that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I love robots, so all the Violet ones are awesome to me. But, the names are lazy.
Yeah, the Iron T-Tar though, that one's cool.
Oh yeah, and Forms. It's really cool.
The
also,
Iron Valiant is probably one of the best ones.
Also, like
Yeah.
how towards like after the game, or like nearly finished X, I only discovered that you could get on multiplayer your exclusive Pokemon to a pin nerd of a person.
Yeah.
If they've got a different version, I was like, oh, why have I only discovered this now?
Yeah, because I did it with Enforcer, and like I remember running around and I caught a Larvitar.
Yeah.
And I had a Larvitar for ages, and I just didn't even click that it wasn't even in my version.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, okay. So how have I got this?
Yeah, because I was doing it with my nephew, and like on multiplayer, it drastically reduces the spawn rate of Pokemon. So like we would spend ages near each other in an area where the Pokemon we needed was spawning, and it just wouldn't appear.
Yeah, we did that as well. And when we had like 10 minutes or something, I had to find that. What was it? Duskmane? Is it Duskmane? The Mischievous one.
Fluttermane.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and it just wouldn't appear in that cave, and I'm just like, well, we've run out of time.
And then I like threw a Pokeball at it, and it's despawned. I was like, for fuck's sake.
Oh, that and the tree encounters. I don't know what it was about the tree encounters.
Oh, the tree encounter. Yeah, like I really like that. Like certain like specific spawns were like ridiculous. Like the flower spawns were ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then the tree encounter ones were ridiculous. It's like, oh, where's Slackoth? It's in this one tree. And it's like, well, how am I supposed to know that?
In this huge open world, it's in one tree, not even in an area.
And then, like, I could never find... It took me ages to find Bounsweet. That was the one that took me fucking ages to
Yeah,
find.
Yes.
Told me a bit to find.
Bounsweet and then Applin. Like, you had to show me where to get it, because, like, I just could not find an Applin.
Yeah, because I found that Applin, like, reliably. So I was like, you need to go here. It's really out of the way little spot that you just miss.
It's like on top of a cliff.
Breeding. If there were baby Pokemon, I just ended up breeding them. Which again, the breeding mechanic I think sucks in this game.
Yeah, it feels like so random and like as an afterthought, doesn't it?
Yeah, you should just be able to go and put them in the daycare as usual. A feature I've always wanted in Pokemon is like an incubator. So you put like the eggs in the incubator, and then you just walk around with that.
Well, it's in Pokemon Go, so I don't know why you wouldn't just have it in the game. Like
yeah, exactly.
Game,
rather than having the egg on your team.
Yeah, just incubators and items.
I just never understood why they also changed it to being like, oh, it's a random time thing. Because I think in the old games they did steps or whatever, right? And then this one, it's just like you could sit there for 10 minutes and you have to just stay in that picnic the entire time for 10 minutes, and you could still not get any eggs. Which is insane.
It's like it was every 256 steps there was a chance of it having an egg.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this, it's just like, oh well, it's just like I'll just stand here and play football with them. And then you all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, this isn't a football, it's an egg.
Just kicked it into the ocean. Yeah,
there was a lot of cool new Pokemon though. That's one thing I really appreciated, and they've all got like amazing backstory and lore and stuff. So it's like, you know, I am a whore for lore. So
it always is a good time.
What are you hoping to see live from the DLCs then, apart from what we know?
I want to see more divergent evolutions, but I don't think we're gonna see them.
No, I feel like we always get our hopes up about him because he introduced them, but then he just like drip feed them to us.
Yeah, so like we got two in this gen, and it's like, and then if you think about it, we only got one Paldean form.
Yep.
Which was Wooper. It's like, well, why we all got one Paldean form? Where's the rest of them?
It's like you do realise you're introducing like nearly 100 Pokemon a gen. You can do like a few of each. You don't have to do just like one or two.
So I'd like to see more of them, and then but I don't think we're going to, because like I said, it feels like from what what we're saying is like it's further away somewhere.
I feel like we might maybe get like one.
Yeah,
like we got with the
I don't know if it was just coincidence or if like they're actually doing something with the Pokemon, 151 Pokemon on the Twitter. But they did a lot with the Bellsprout line compared to anything else.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that.
No.
Well, on the thing where you should send that picture of the Bellsprout like whipping Bulbasaur.
Oh yeah, well,
They did that, and then they did like 2 or 3 things after that, just all involving Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, and Victory Bell. But it might just be because like it was a day that like Bellsprout, then the next day was Weeping Bell, the next day was Victory Bell, sort of thing.
Yeah, I feel like doing a lot of stuff to one thing as well, because it's like that Pokemon set's coming out as well to celebrate the 151.
Oh, is it? Okay, well maybe it was that. I was just hoping that like maybe we'll get like a variant of Victory Bell.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, that'd be cool.
That's true. Just like actually like going to their Twitter right now as we're talking, I like scrolled down and I'm seeing a whole bunch like right in between. Of just like, oh, here's Bellsprout. It's
just a lot of it, like compared to everything else. Then before that, they were just like, oh, here's Poliwhirl, but they didn't do Poliwrath.
Yeah.
But they went Poliwag, Poliwhirl, they just didn't do anything with Poliwrath. So it's like, oh, okay. So maybe like I was just like, oh, maybe we'll get something cheeky with the Bellsprout line, which would be cool because they need more love.
Yeah, I was surprised it didn't appear in like Sun and Moon or like some sort of.
I know, yeah, it's just like, and they did really well with it in Sword and Shield as well. That's one thing they did really well with was the Galarian forms, like because they obviously got new evolutions and they weren't just Kanto Pokemon. And then they did the same here with Clodsire and stuff, which is amazing, but then he didn't do anything. And then like we had the Divergent evolutions, we had Bug Trio, and we had like Toadscool.
Made such a big deal about it, yeah.
I know.
I'll never forget Toadscool.
Oh, I know there was Paldean Tauros as well. I forgot about that. That it has different forms.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of hoping. I guess I don't know why. I think I'm just maybe because I'm going through a Battle Frontier and Platinum, but I'm kind of hoping that the disc one or whatever, because it seems like it's like some kind of battle school, sort of like battle factory looking thing. That I hope it's just like some sort of like frontier sort of thing that I enjoy. Like
that would be cool.
I would hope something like that.
Yeah, like a battle tower sort of thing.
Yeah,
but in the shape of Terrapagos. Oh yeah, speaking of Terrapagos, that little baby as well.
That's true. I've been forgetting about that.
The little baby Terrapagos. It's like, okay, hello. Shall we move on to a new feature? Or not a new
feature? I love it.
Or another feature.
Yeah, go. Well, go on, Andrew.
All right, okay.
Bring it back, lads.
Okay, roll jingle for Ask AngDrew.
You got a problem, you can't fix. Ask Dr. AngDrew. You'll solve in your pranks.
Ask AngDrew.
AngDrew. AngDrew.
What a lovely jingle. So James, as you're my assistant today.
Yay.
So you have to be a therapist. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm not qualified, but yes.
For legal reasons, I'm not qualified, but yes.
So I've received a couple, just 2 emails today.
The emails have been flooded in. Got 2.
Got 2. With like these people, they really need help. So this is from someone who's just emailed in and said, "Hello, my name is Jaundice McGillicuddy. I have big right. It's really hard for me to read this actually because it's very broken. I have big issue of not being able to live life in correctness. How am I to make lasagna but with only lettuce and maybe some ketchup? Your thoughts, James?"
I mean, what a query.
That's interesting. Lettuce and ketchup, man. Huh. You can quote me on that. There you go. That's the help.
And there you go, Jaundice McGillicuddy. That is all you're gonna get today.
Problem solved.
So
just stamp it. Solved.
Boom. Seal of approval. Susan ARK approved.
And then this other one doesn't seem to have a name.
Oh, I don't stop, did he? Just keep coming in.
It says, "Hello, ask AngDrew," but we're going to change that to JamDrew. There you go. I am in deep I am in deep pan pizza depression.
At least food theme. That's a weird.
I know, it's because
What a coincidence!
coincidence that like I'm really hungry, so.
There's enough to do with that.
I am really sad. I don't know what to do. My sock puppet left me for another youthful hand, and life just isn't worth living. Hope you're well. Text me, hon. Please respond.
Well.
Hold on, I have to make a quick call. No, man, it's another puppet, man. There's more puppets in the sea.
Just go
That's what the saying goes.
Just go get yourself a wiglet. You'll be fine.
Sort of like a puppet, so I guess it works.
Yeah.
I would say find a deeper pan pizza.
Yeah, find the deepest pan pizza you can find.
It's like they always say, there's plenty more puppets in the pan. That old saying.
The trusty saying. Susan ARK approved. Stamp.
But
Stamp it.
yeah, get out of here. Right, that's it. Yeah, that's like just your lot.
Andrew, those are really good emails. I'm glad
they came in.
so long reading them.
I'm glad they came flooded in.
The last minute there.
Yeah, thank you for bombarding us.
Wow.
that one left us flabbergasted. What can I say?
Should we wrap up?
Yeah.
Should we leave now?
Yeah, can we get
Just
out of
it? After that, brought the mood down. So basically, because we usually end the podcast with a 60-second scramble where Andrew will review, in air quotation marks, a game in under 60 seconds.
He does a ramble using his mandible. It's Andy's 60-second scramble.
Sunak, today that falls to you.
Hooray! I'm Andrew.
I need to get a timer actually.
You don't want to be me.
Oh,
Andrew, boring yourself there. So 60, not 50. Do you want 52 minutes or 60 seconds?
oh, we got 52 minutes. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
James, what game are you doing?
Majora's Mask.
Okay, you have 60 seconds to talk your arse off about Majora's Mask.
Yeah, we'll tell you when your time's up.
Okay. Majora's Mask. Very good game. Masks.
Wait.
Majora.
We started.
Oh, have we?
Hang on, I'll count you down.
Okay.
James was like well off there.
Okay.
I'm already at the end.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Majora's Mask. Very good game. Very great sequel to Ocarina of Time. Very good series. I love the mask mechanic. The story is very deep. I love the fact that you have to world build, and you, as you're world building, you get to learn more about the characters and follow some schedules and stuff and learn more about them that they were just meant in Ocarina. But in Ocarina of Time, you didn't get to know these characters more, but in Majora's Mask, they completely delve on them, and it's kind of crazy to me that this Zelda game is 80% side quests and only 20% main story. Very, very good game. The masks are very unique. I love the fact that you can actually change into forms and actually go through each of the dungeons, and it's separated into 4 regions. And Majora Skull Kid is a very great enemy, I feel. It's a very, very cool concept for a boss.
3, 2, 1.
Masks.
I'm afraid Masks was just over the time limit.
No!
Masks!
No!
Panics.
Majora's Mask, very, very great game. Susan ARK approved. Stamp it.
Yes, stamp it.
Yes.
Just make a stamp graphic with like
James's
your
face.
face on it. Yeah. Stab it.
Bwop.
Oh, any closing thoughts, gentlemen? About anything?
I after those Ask AngDrews, I really want some lasagna.
Yeah, with lettuce and ketchup.
With lettuce and ketchup, yeah.
Make it authentic to the experience. Oh, so yeah, thanks for joining us, James.
No,
Is there
thank
anything
you.
else you'd like to say?
Watch out for that bear, everyone. It's out there.
Yeah, I should have said it just parachuted off the plane and it's just like
It's now
in a
roaming the
random
wilderness.
yeah.
So lock your doors. Hide your
Cocaine.
Hide your lasagnas.
Cocaine lasagna, it's the same thing.
And go check out the duck statues.
Yeah,
Revolutionary.
if you're in China.
And make sure you name all your babies after alpha things.
Yeah,
some
strong.
BS.
Alpha male. I've forgotten the rest of it.
But thanks for having
Oh,
me, lads.
yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
You're
That's
welcome.
alright, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And it's probably a little bit awkward sometimes because obviously when you're like doing it over call, it's like knowing when to like speak and stuff.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Because
no,
it's our first time doing a freeway one as well, so it's like getting used to that.
there's a first for everything.
You're welcome to join us. Join us another time anyway.
New feature,
Yeah,
James
I
does
thought-
musicals.
Yeah. Copyright strike for being too accurate.
Dang.
the Jim Sunsack. Follow on at the Sunak.
It just gives us wrong links. Just says them all wrong.
Sunak YT YouTube. Watch his streams. Watch his Majora's Mask.
Yes.
Do it.
And that's it.
What are you doing currently on stream, James?
I am streaming Tears of the Kingdom on Tuesdays, Pokemon
Yes.
Platinum Thursdays, and random games on Saturdays.
Yes. Excellent. You do like Overwatch and stuff with the fellas.
Yeah, the fellas on Saturday sometimes, or whenever
Nice.
the date happens.
Yeah. So if you're into any of those games, feel free to make sure you check out Sunak.
Please dibbly do.
Yes. And oh yeah, if you're already watching this, you'll be aware of our new channel. I mean, it's not new now, but
It's still a baby. It's as old as Levi.
Yeah.
yeah, we launched it in celebration of Levi. I'll just say that, just to make us look
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, exactly. We planned it all accordingly, I promise.
It's like as soon as like I'm just waiting like a word from James, as soon as boom, just like hit the live button.
Just like
Go live, go live.
Just like the Bound by Pixels logo wrapped in a towel.
I was gonna say he just comes out and he just gives his like icon thumbs up. It's like make sure to hit subscribe. Oh yeah, please do. We're sort of slowly climbing to 70. We've sort of slowed down a bit. I'm trying to promote it. It's hit that point where it's a bit slow about it. We want to get to 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're almost there too, so huge shout outs to y'all.
Come on, guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
we've
on.
got currently. I'll try not to edit this like too take too long editing this, so I'll get it up quite soon. Currently got Dynamite Heady Let's Plays Wednesday and Sunday. That might have finished by the time this goes up.
Yeah.
We'll be back to Samurai Warriors 1 on the same days, and then short content, legacy content in between. And I think that's it. Andrew, you're streaming. What are you streaming at the moment?
I'm streaming the
Hey.
Pixel Remastered.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just going through Final Fantasy Pixel Masters.
I am, and I am about to start Final Fantasy 3, so come along. By the time this goes up, I might have finished Final Fantasy 3, so but still come
Yeah,
along.
depending how long it takes you. But they'll be on his Twitch somewhere, so go look at him
Yeah.
if you want to see how he played 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Give them a peep. Do it.
Peeped him. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
And I will speak to you
Yeah.
later.
All right,
Thanks,
then.
gents.
All right, then, Andrew.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.